And they asked him basically just like what you've been doing this offseason. He kind of shared or spilled rather some of his regiments. Let's take a listen.
Keys to the game, and I do appreciate that.
Hey, let me ask you real quick. This summer, has it been more cardio or more dieting? Like, what has been your thing that, like, all right, I can do that to help me get my weight up?
So the diet piece, I'm always able to come back each summer feeling good, looking good. Yep. But I would say it's more of just locking in on, like, flexibility, band work, because I think it's those things that will be able to keep me on the court longer versus just losing a bunch of weight and then coming to play not being able to maintain that. So Bron got the blueprint.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to follow it, man.
Serious. Like
really.
you know, like I've watched him.
Think Zion's head's in the right spot? You think this is finally the year we can get a healthy Zion Williamson?
He doesn't look slimmer to me.
No.
Not at all.
Like, I know he's sitting down, so maybe it's hard for me to actually, like, tell, but I don't if he's been dieting, I don't know what diet he's on. Like, he doesn't look smaller. He looks the same to me.
Yeah. The beignet diet.
I don't understand. Like, I hear what he's saying. It is more than just diet, but a diet is a big part of it when you're overweight. Like, flexibility and band work and resistant bands and all that stuff, like, that's great if you're already in shape, which you are not.
Yeah.
So you're kind of doing it backwards.
Yeah.
And I hate to, like, body shame people because everyone, you know, is beautiful in their own way.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like, just from an athletic standpoint, there is no longevity. The longevity you speak of, the LeBron blueprint that you speak of, does not exist for you when you are overweight like that. LeBron spends $1 million on his body. Like, his body and your body are not even remotely close to the same thing. So if that is your blueprint, you might be reading it wrong. Like, I'm just saying, it's just not. I don't understand what his routine is at this point.
Let me interject with this stat real quick. Mm-hmm. Zion is 6'6", 284 pounds.
Like, that's insane.
LeBron is 6'9", 250.
Like,
he
think
is
about
off
that.
the plan. Like, he needs to get down in weight to actually be on this LeBron James
He's
plan.
280 pounds.
And shorter.
And shorter.
Yeah. To answer my own question, I don't think his mind is in the right spot because, to you guys' point, adopting like the diet and like he said, the different training regimens where he's incorporating band work, like that needs to come with the cutting weight. Like, he needs to do that all together. Because 280, and this has been the narrative that maybe you can't hold all of that weight, dude. Like, you're an explosive player.
He can't
you're
hold
6'6",
all that weight.
You cannot be 280. Like,
think
you
about
just can't
this.
Be 280.
Think about. I mean, Charles Barkley spoke about this. Mm-hmm. He also struggled with his weight, and he had to go ahead and change his entire regimen, his diet, to extend his career. This is not even jokes aside and things like that. Like, it's not good for your joints to be overweight like that. He needs to drop at least 40 pounds. He's at least 40 pounds overweight. Like, it's not good for your joints. It's not good for your ankles. And like you said, his game is his explosiveness. You lose that entire aspect of your game because your body cannot withstand that weight while trying to play that game. There's a reason that big men don't play the same way as a Steph Curry because their body types are drastically different, which then prevents them from being able to do certain things. He's hindering his own development and his own skill set because he is out of shape. And it doesn't seem to me that it's a serious thing for him. I hear what he's saying in terms of LeBron's the blueprint and diet but where's the proof? This has been season after season. I feel like we've been hearing this from him. And it's a damn shame because when Zion is on the court and he's at his best, he is one of the best. But you're hurting yourself by not taking your health and this part of your game seriously. And seeing him in that clip, what have you been doing while you've been out? You don't look in shape to us, like, to me. Maybe I need to see him standing up, but you don't look like you've been doing anything to better your body and to get back on the court in the best shape possible. So to me, that means you're doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Charles is actually the best example. Same size, 250, but I'm looking at some of these nicknames, man. It was definitely a problem. The round mound of rebound, good time blimp, the Prince of Pizza. These are his nicknames.
No, he was a big boy and he owns
the round
that.
mound of rebound. That's insane.
I never
that he
heard
developed
that
these names during his career, but they're the same height. And if he got down to that LeBron weight, they would be the same weight. He's 30 pounds heavier than Charles was in the NBA. Jeez. Right now.
And Charles Barkley will say, and he has said about Zion, listen, I'm the first one who knows the struggle.
Yeah.
This was my life.
Right.
And you can even see the difference in Charles Barkley's game pre-weight and post-weight. It's a visual difference.
Yep.
The blueprint is there. That should be your blueprint, not
blueprint.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron's never had this issue.
Right.
LeBron has always been a physical specimen. That has always been his life. Mm-hmm. That's not your life, and that's okay. Some people struggle with their weight. Some people struggle with their relationship with food and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But your blueprint should be somebody who has had the same struggle as you and has been able to overcome it and go ahead and better themselves and extend their career. His blueprint is all wrong. Maybe that's the issue.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He needs the Charles Barkley blueprint.
Don't you think a guy like Zion Williamson should consider maybe training with other athletes? You see a guy like Scoot Henderson. He's been training with Steph Curry. You've been seeing that a lot on social media. A guy like Michael Porter Jr., he had a couple workouts with Steph Curry. Do you think it'd be in Zion Williamson's best interest to maybe work with some of these big-name guys that he knows has good training regimens? I mean, i.e. LeBron James?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Zion is Zion's problem. You can train with Jesus himself, but if you don't have the determination and the ambition and the drive and the discipline, that person's not, whoever you train with is not going to be with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're with you a couple hours a day. You still have to do the work when you're no longer around them. And I don't think he has the discipline, at least that's how it comes across, that he does not have the discipline to do that when nobody's looking. It's easy to go ahead and do the right things when people are in front of your face. Yeah. It's easy to do the right thing when there's cameras and lights and people are watching you. But what do you do behind closed doors? That's what makes the difference between a good player and a great player, is that the great player will do those things regardless of who's paying attention. And I don't think that Zion has the maturity, or at least he has not showcased the maturity to have that type of discipline. And until he gets there, I don't know if training with this athlete or that athlete, I don't know if a nutritionist, I don't know what will help him, because all of those things are still your responsibility. If I'm your nutritionist and I'm telling you, hey, Corey, you got to eat this, this, and this, and I'm giving you meals, and I go home for the day, you can either eat them or you can go eat out with your, you still have to make the decision on what's good for you and your body and your goal. It's still a self thing. I just don't know where that level of awareness and discipline is. I don't know if he has that yet.
No, he definitely has to find it within himself. I mean, you just hope that the people around him would at least encourage him, see the same thing that we're seeing and communicate that to him. And, the latest is also that the New Orleans Pelicans relationship with Zion, they said, has been better than ever. So it's looking like he'll probably stay in New Orleans. Of course, there was trade speculation surrounding him.
And I get it, man.
Yeah.
That New Orleans food is hard. I get it. I'm not even mad at him. Yeah. I can sympathize. Because listen, I get it. I've been there. New Orleans is one of my favorite cities. I say this all the time. That food alone, I can totally understand how someone can gain mad weight living in that city. Right. Cafe Du Monde is open 24 hours a day.
There you go.
They put butter, oil in everything. Gumbo, crawfish, po' boys,
seafood boiled,
gator nuggets, red potatoes. I get it. I totally understand Creole this. It is amazing. when you get off the plane, it just smells like calories. I get it. I'm not even mad. I get it, Zion. I'm not mad at you at all. They eat down there. It is sensational.
Yeah.
I tell everyone, if you can go to New Orleans for a weekend, pack your big pants because you're going to need them.
Sheesh.